An illiterate woodcutter was chased from the south deep into the mountains of Jiangxi. What the man behind him wanted wasn't his life, it was the robe on his back and the bowl in his hands. He stopped, set them on a rock, and said, "Take them." The man reached out. Couldn't budge them. The woodcutter said, "If you came for the teaching, I'll explain it now. If you came for the robe, you can't take it." The man froze, then knelt. "I came for you. Please instruct me." That kneel quietly set the path of the southern school of Chan. This woodcutter was Huineng, the sixth patriarch. Good evening. This is Bedside Book Voice. Tonight we're reading the Platform Sutra. If you're already lying down, dim the lamp a little. Phone farther away. Blanket up. Good for listening with eyes closed, and for slowly finding the same person inside words you've heard but never quite thought through. Plain talk first. Tonight you don't need to memorize no thought, no form, no abiding, and you don't need to finish the book. Just follow my voice. An ordinary Tang man from Lingnan, in talks recorded by disciples, on sudden awakening and ordinary mind. You'll carry away a few lines that can stay a while. Fall asleep halfway? Huineng won't blame you. I won't either. No need to become a Buddhist scholar. Let the heart come home a little before sleep, that's enough. Don't need to get it all. Listening all the way is also reading the sutra. The Platform Sutra is special. In China, only this monk's teaching record is called a sutra. Later generations felt Huineng joined the Buddha's heart teaching. Still, disciples compiled it, like the analects or records of practice and reflection. Repetition, different settings, later additions. Don't treat it as strict history. A teacher, before different people, on the same heart road. Let's slowly put this woodcutter together. Huineng, family name Liu, born in Xinzhou, Lingnan, today's Guangdong. Father died early. Mother raised him poor. He cut and sold firewood. Histories say he was plain-looking. Think about it, a bottom-rung woodcutter later spoke such words. Wisdom doesn't only grow in study halls. What changed his life was an accident. Selling firewood, he heard the Diamond Sutra. At develop a mind that abides nowhere, his heart opened. Like a corner of mind suddenly emptying, not clutching, yet knowing where to live. He asked, "Where's this sutra from?" Huangmei, the fifth patriarch. Right then, I'll go too. Mother couldn't bear it. He said it was for the teaching. She let him go. Later tradition details may not be exact. But that feeling, one sentence, whole person turns, comes through. Diamond Sutra and Platform Sutra, two ends of one thread. 1. Develop a mind that abides nowhere. Other, originally not a single thing, where could dust alight? No need to read the Diamond Sutra first. Abiding is clinging. To develop the mind isn't no mind, it's living without clinging. Tomorrow you may send a hard message. If heart clings to he'll hate me, loosen half a second. Half a second can be enough. At Huangmei, Fifth Patriarch Hongren ran Dongshan Temple. Huineng entered. Where from? What do you want? From Lingnan. I seek to become Buddha. Lingnan is barbarian, you too? People have south and north. Buddha nature has none. Hongren put him in the pounding room 8 years husking rice. Not punishment. Wear the eye thin. Feel unrecognized? Sometimes ripeness hasn't arrived. Pounding room life was concrete. Up before dawn. Pound, sift, carry rice. Repeat. Shinshio lectured up front. Disciples debated verses. Huineng worked in back, ears open. No competing over cleverness, to compete is already to abide. Over time, nobody sees your work? Huineng's 8 years were mostly that. Seen and unseen aren't always the point. Where the heart abides is. Why didn't Hongren reveal him at first? One reading, sharp root, fear jealousy, made him look fit only for rice. Another, test in affairs Buddha or patriarch? Want to quit when overlooked? Ask, fame, or one true line of understanding? Understanding often grows where nobody looks. Senior monk Shinshio learned, steady. Most thought the robe would go to him. The fifth patriarch asked each disciple for a verse. Shinshio wrote, "The body is the Bodhi tree. The mind is like a bright mirror stand. Constantly wipe it diligently. Do not let dust collect. Body is root of awakening. Mind is mirror. Wipe often." Neat verse, the gradual path everyone knows. In the pounding room, Huineng heard it, had someone write his reply, Bodhi originally has no tree. The bright mirror is also not a stand. Originally not a single thing. Where could dust alight? Nothing solid to grab. Where would dust stick? Not arguing, purification needn't assume a solid dirty thing first. Night chewing, mind messy, must organize? Huineng asks, is what you're organizing really there? Why did Hongren say Shinshio's verse hadn't seen nature? Not bad poetry, it assumes a mirror mind to wipe. Wiping creates dirty and clean. Huineng removes the assumption, if originally nothing, what to wipe? Not no effort needn't build a dirty knee first. Must scold yourself awake to change? See first, then change. Don't build a rotten knee as target. Pounding rice, body busy, can mind ease? Many get busier inside. Huineng's body busy, mind had less chatter. Dishes, commute, queue, practice fewer fixed forms. Costs nothing. Hongren read both verses. Publicly, Shinshio not yet in. At night, called Huineng in, transmitted robe and bowl, flee south. Too many in temple, trouble would rise. He left. They chased. Robe and bowl struggle, dramatic. Before sleep, not palace intrigue. One line, people chase robe sometimes, teaching sometimes. Robe can be fought. Teaching you drink yourself. By day you fight to win. At night, face, or real understanding. On the road south, at Dayu Ridge, pursuers close. Robe and bowl on a rock. He hid. Huineng, once a general, reached. Bowl wouldn't move. If you came for teaching, I'll explain. For robe, you can't take it. Huineng knelt. Huineng let him settle, taught to develop a mind that abides nowhere. Huineng, at Huangmei I never saw my nature. Like drinking water, cold or warm, you know yourself. Don't wait for others to certify awakening. Your heart knows the water's temperature. 15 years with hunters, history is brief. Around Sihui, lived among them, taught when conditions allowed, no clinging to appearances. How stay with hunters? I only teach heart. I don't change their livelihood. They hunt. I eat vegetarian. Each follows conditions. Not fear waiting for conditions. 15 years polishing in affairs, without display. Wrong environment, can't practice? He didn't practice in ideal either. Kept heart in the real. Not performing purity, not fully dragged by circumstances. Conditions ripened. He taught at Baolin, Shaoxi, today's Nanhua Temple, for decades. Fahai and others recorded talks. That's the Platform Sutra. Core isn't abstract theory. How a person who really lived explained mind to ordinary people. Shaoxi teaching wasn't a college lecture. Night talk. Life and death, sitting, eating meat, reading a line. Huineng often asked first, "Where is your mind?" Then answered. Question beats answer. Always want the standard answer? Ask mind first, then words. Words are crutches. Mind is legs. Next word that keeps returning, sudden awakening. Gradual stairs, white mirror step by step. Suddenly see there was never a wall. Doesn't deny daily effort. Awakening isn't collecting points. A moment when the angle hole changes. Huineng's clearest sudden moment, hearing develop a mind that abides nowhere. Yet 8 years pounding rice, 15 hiding. Not no effort. Effort without grabbing a fixed me. Students ask, if originally nothing, why practice? The way must flow, how blocked? No thought, not crushing thoughts, not dwelling. Thought comes, goes, don't chase. Water over bamboo, no trace. Scroll phone, message, heart tightens, anger. No thought isn't no messages. Don't let messages nail you. No form, not denying world, don't treat appearances as solid me and mine. Cursed, form rises. Old account, form rises. See, form changes. Don't weld to heart. Meaning tomorrow, weld he's against me first, tired before start. Loosen. Not weakness. Fewer forms. No abiding, clinging. Abide in good, clinging. Anger, more. Develop mind isn't no mind without clinging. I'm so good after helping, good clings. I'm so bad after wrong, regret clings. Affair passes, heart passes, no tail. 3 no's, no thought, no form, no abiding, sound like slogans. One thing, don't build fixed houses on heart. Too many, sleep hurts. Lying flat tonight, body on bed, can mind lie down? Can't? Don't scold. See where it is. Entry. Prajna chapter, plainer, no thought, not refusing thought, not dwelling. No form, not closing eyes, not dwelling on form. No abiding, not dwelling on good/bad, grasp/reject. Good person after helping, clings. Bad person after hurt, clings. Affair over, heart still in court, not no abiding. After one sharp sentence, 5 minutes less court, also practice. Samadhi in one practice, walking, standing, sitting, lying, pure single-mindedness. Not only sitting. Dishes, eating, mind not scattered, all samadhi. Only relax weekends? Move relaxed to 3 minutes dishwashing. Water, hands, heart. Enough. Huineng paired prajna with samadhi. Samadhi is body of wisdom. Wisdom is function of samadhi. Not sit dry then wisdom. Not think without moving. Day, mind not scattered, samadhi. See clearly in affairs, wisdom. Separated to teach. Together, one. Meditation quiet, work chaos? Huineng won't only say sit. Chaos is the field. See thought in chaos, practice. Mahaprajnaparamita, illuminate with wisdom, don't cling to empty form. Not stare one thought dead. See rise and fall, don't run after. Meeting drifts, notice, don't scold. That seeing is prajna showing. No excitement. See return. No blame. Blame is new thought. Good friends and harmful friends. Good friend isn't celebrity, helps you see nature. Harmful isn't bad person, makes you more lost. Voice that grows anxiety and not enough, harmful. Voice that won't sell overnight awakening but teaches less abiding at thoughts rise good. One line tonight loosens you? Good friend. Precepts, samadhi, wisdom, my precept, no wrong thought. Samadhi, see own nature. Wisdom, nature's function. Not outer shell first, when thought rises, you know. Needn't master categories tonight. He pulls Buddha from far away to where your thought rises. Repentance, not only bowing previous thought not dwelling, next not continuing, subject and object forgotten, offense nature empty. Don't nail previous. Don't keep building next. Loosen knower and known. Solid offense also empty. Strong, not encouraging wrong. Nailed as sinner, change harder. One mistake, hate half a year? Acknowledge, change, stop court in heart. Not forgiving evil, don't whip yourself again. Opposed sitting? Not simply. Outer departure from form is Chan. Inner non-confusion is Samadhi. Sitting fine. Escape, not. Deluded sit for emptiness. Awaken sit, mind already there. Lying tonight, heart with body, also Chan. Don't fight posture. Famous debate, southern sudden, northern gradual. Disciples clashed with Shinshio's line. Huineng, teaching has no sudden or gradual, people sharp or dull. Yet his pathways directly point to heart, see nature, become Buddha. Don't pick sides. Patience to white mirror, or leap of seeing nothing? Many need both. Near death, whom is teacher? Teaching is teacher. Self-liberation as teacher. Robe needn't pass. Teaching must self-liberate. No saint's approval needed. Approval is the second thought rises. Ordinary mind is the way. Hungry, eat. Tired, sleep. No, I am practicing layer. Life is KPI, ordinary sounds fake. When real, eating is eating. Simple is hardest. Lots of Q&A, like chat. What is Buddha? This mind is Buddha. Teaching? Mind-to-mind transmission. Sangha? Pure, undefiled. Brings you back to heart, not heaven. Mind not lost, this moment is it. This thought lost? Immovable honored one, not body unmoving, circumstances without heart rising. Boss frowns, don't sentence yourself. Child cries, don't sentence bad parent. Circumstances move, heart moves less. Space to respond, not explode. Merit, Emperor Wu built temples, merit? Bodhidharma, none. True merit in Dharmakaya, not piled outside. Heart dwelling on accumulating merit, already off. Help with clean heart beats metals. Fada recited Lotus Sutra 3,000 times, didn't penetrate. Where is your mind when reciting? In awakening. Mouth recites, heart empty, right mindfulness. Reciting fine. Mouth only, not. Hoard courses, books, which page is mind on? Shenhui young, many questions. Praised, scolded, grinding arrogance. Shout and stick, jump out of logic. No stick tonight. One line stops you, count as shout. Shichen, Shinshio's northern disciple, came to Caoxi. Where from? Fifth Patriarch. What brought? A word, being. What is being? Couldn't answer, stuck. That being is clinging. Northern gradual isn't wrong. Wrong, dirty and clean as solid things. Teaching stayed, became important. Many schools, confused? Don't rush camps. Holding a being? Seeing nature in fields of merit. Merit isn't donate everywhere, mind straightforward, no flattery. Bent mind, no donation straightens. Three faces, thin field. Straightforward isn't foolish. Stop acting with yourself. Even sleep isn't real. About halfway. Small favor, if this voice kept you company, like and subscribe. A lamp in the dark. One finger. Good. Continue Huineng. Later sections, how sit, walk, meet anger, fear. One thread, don't look outside for Buddha's look. At thoughts rise, see yourself. Afraid of presentation, afraid is I'll embarrass myself. See it, less solid. Three bodies of self-nature. Dharmakaya, originally pure. Sambhogakaya, life's karma and vow. Nirmanakaya, concrete you. One whole. Failure is form in Nirmanakaya, not all Dharmakaya. Repentance chapter, from previous thought, don't chase next, that's repentance. See previous. Don't follow next. Old mistake to sleeplessness, next is chasing. See, change, release. Don't nail today with old mistake. Drop one tail tonight, repentance. Mahaprajnaparamita, other shore not far. Turn one thought in confusion. Stop nailing with one story. I can't 10 years, shore far. Pause, ask, must that be true? Water Shallowans. Influence enormous. Nanyue, Xingyuan from his students. East Asian Zen carries Caoxi blood. Lowered the door, ordinary people ask, awaken. Story linked with Huineng, before extinction, take teaching is teacher, self-liberation is teacher. Don't weep worldly tears. Weeping is worldly. Sini coming, still on road. Don't nail teacher as idle. Life teaching inside. Support can be person. End is self-liberation. Nanhua Temple, Shaoguan, Caoxi flows. Visit in mind. If Huineng here, where is your mind? Criticism, sudden awakening misread as no precepts, no reading. He had Diamond Sutra read. Don't rely on words, yet left Platform Sutra. Words are boat. Cross river, don't sleep with boat. Don't stop at words. Return to heart. Light touch Wang Yangming, principle in heart. Knowing lands in affairs. Don't wait to be sage. Buddha nature versus innate knowing. One line, heart is shared door. Light touch lousy, wu wei, no thought. Attain emptiness, originally nothing. Not lie flat, less must on heart. Wanting improvement, more anxious? Same loosening, grab less, road appears. Version disputes, Dunhuang versus standard. Core story accepted. Words change. Unchanged, ask mind. Wind moves or flag moves? Neither, mind moves. Wind and flag are conditions. Your switch. Quarrel, heart shakes. News, blood rises. World enters through your gate. Later years, disciples, lineage fights. Keep teaching self-liberation. Transmit heart, not control. Lamp you lit. Final verse, no tree, no stand, nothing, no dust. Then, mind ground holds feeling, flowers open. Sweep form, don't deny feeling. Living emptiness. Empty isn't stone, stone won't crush you. Take teaching as teacher, not person. People air. Teaching self-verified. Voice as teacher tonight, still your thought turns. Wait seeing nature, not miracles. No powers. See thought rise. Nature originally pure. One fewer not good enough form, seen a little. Bedtime review, When dragged by circumstances. When saw but didn't follow. Think once lying down. Closer to mind transmission. No Buddhism? No thought rises entry. Buddha here often means no ignorance. Nail less. Life hard originally nothing easy talk? Huineng suffered, poor, chaste, hid 15 years. Not invisible suffering. Don't add I deserve it or world owes me. Suffering stays, less drama on heart. Still need precepts after awakening? Self-nature is self-precept. From heart, not shell. Thought rises, precept. New shouldn't speak, spoke practice in new second. Illiterate can awaken? Huineng is proof. Words help or hinder. Heart is threshold. Unworthy is what we pile. Too much information. Hoard courses, heart empty. Fought a 3,000 recitations, where is mind? This listening, where is mind? Background noise, not fine. One line stops you beats 100 slides. 3 bedtime questions, this thought abiding? Chasing robe or teaching? Less drama in affairs? One answer enough to sleep. Question is sutra. Huineng moves me lowness. Not lowly, not saint. Pounded rice. Hid. Sat with hunters. Where is your mind? Wake tomorrow, one true ask. Asking is reading sutra. Gather the thread. Hearing sutra, 8 years rice, night crossing, Sashi teaching, self-liberation. River, rapids and slow. Learn one line, heart returns now. Platform Sutra, less suffering from better me I should be. Breath slows, heart runs, see it run. Half a line matched. Other half tomorrow's thought. Pillow line, develop a mind that abides nowhere. Not old hate. Not future fear. Not must be perfect, heart can live, soften. Warm water inside. Tomorrow, comment which line you carry, originally nothing, cold or warm or ordinary mind is the way. I'll read. Not subscribed? Tap the bell. Next night, another book, heart home slowly. Enough tonight. Understand a little, also reading sutra. Close book. Dim lamp. Set today down. Tomorrow. Now, sleep. This is Bedside Book Voice. Good night, see you in the pages.